friends, I'm Melanie and you're watching akaMommy, and today's video is going to be the next installment in my Finding Joy series, in which I'm going through the KonMari process and basically tidying, or as Americans would call it, decluttering my entire home. Now I am about a month and a half into this process. I started in January. We are pretty much, we just passed the midpoint in February, and so I've been into this process for probably a good solid 6 weeks now. I've made some really good progress. I will go ahead and link the playlist for you guys up above, so that if you are behind on any of these videos, you can watch them, but it's really not necessary to watch them in order. I don't personally believe that it is. I'll just have that linked for you guys in case you've missed any previous videos. But before I go any further, if you are brand new to my channel, then welcome. I'm so glad that you decided to open this video. And if you are a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for coming back. Okay guys, so before I continue with the video, let me go ahead and tell you that today is a Saturday. I have not actually been able to tidy anything in my home for several days. It's, I think, been 2 weeks or close to 2 weeks since I have been able to do anything, you know, KonMari related. And the reason is that I got sick. I got the flu and I was sick for a good solid 6 days straight. And then I've just been busy. I am a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. And so this video is definitely going to show, I think, that I do this, I work through the process when I can, when I have the time. I never, like literally never have days when I'm at home by myself in order to be able to do this. I have to just do it when I can with my kids around. It totally can be done. I know that there's a lot of people who are in the same situation that I am. So today is a Saturday, and I'm going to be working on the category. It's basically titled general, but let me kind of go into that a little bit more. In the book, you will eventually come to the category called kimono, which Marie Kondo is, that's basically what she calls all of the miscellaneous things that you have in your home. That's a really, really broad category in the book. And so I am going through the group tidying with Janine Young. And so what Janine has done for her clients is she has broken down the kimono into much smaller, more manageable bites. And so the category that I'm going to be working on today is, like I said, for our group tidying purposes, it is called general. Now, I'm going to work through as much of this category as I can, but it is a rather large category in my opinion. So this video might be broken into several different chunks. I will go ahead and tell you what is on the list, and if I'm able to include it all in this video, great. If I'm not, like I said, it'll be multiple videos. I've already talked quite a bit in this video, so you can pretty much guarantee this is going to be a long one. So I'm looking at my list, and I'm just going to read off to you what is in the category general, and then I'm going to kind of share my thoughts very quickly with you, and then we're going to get started. So the last category that I did was office. And again, I will have that video linked for you so that you can go back and watch that one. Now I'm going to be starting with CDs and DVDs, miscellaneous electronics, which in my mind, already thinking ahead what that might be, I know that I have some miscellaneous routers for internet purposes. I don't know exactly. I'm pretty much just going to round up anything in my home that I have that is an electronic device and go from there. Cords and remotes. Craft supplies, I actually already tackled. I did not film it for you guys because, to be honest with you, there wasn't a whole lot to do. I'm not a very crafty person, and I don't tend to have a lot of craft supplies in my home. I will go ahead and insert a before and after shot here for you guys, just so you can see it wasn't a whole lot. but I went ahead and took pictures. It definitely was not enough to warrant its own video. If that is disappointing to you, I do apologize. I promise you guys there wasn't much. So I will insert the pictures so that you can see. That one has already been handled. We also have pet supplies to go through today, and because we do have pets, we are a dog family as well as we have turtles and frogs. I will be going through our pet supplies and then coins. And now coins is actually a very interesting thing to have. I know a lot of people would hear the word coins and think, okay, well, like, I don't really have coins. That wouldn't take very long. For me, it's going to take quite a bit of time because my husband is a collector of things, and one of the things that he has collected literally his whole entire life is coins. And so we have, I don't even know the dollar amount, but he has agreed, and that wasn't an easy thing for him to do, but he has agreed that we are going to go ahead and sort through all of the coins that he has, and we are going to, this coming week, take them to the bank, and we are going to cash them in. And I do not have any clue how much it's going to be worth. I will probably insert a little tag or a note at some point during this video and let you guys know how much we had. But that money is basically going to just be turned into actual, you know, dollar bill currency, and we are going to hold on to it and just set it aside. It is not going to be spent, but it will no longer be taking up as much room in our home in the form of coins. So I went ahead and purchased a coin sorter so that I could take care of that. That's something that I will probably let our kids help with me because I think that they will think that it's fun. I personally do not think it's very fun, but that is on the list of things to do today. Now, I only have a few hours with which to work, and so I'm going to be extremely busy. I can already tell you that I am going to need to change into a cooler shirt because while I love my shirt, I absolutely do. It says #MomLife. I'm already getting warm. It's 70 degrees outside today, and so I'm going to need to change clothes. So I'm going to light my candle. I'm going to start collecting things that would fall into this first category, which is CDs and DVDs, and I am going to show you guys what we own. I can already tell you that there's not a lot that's going to happen in that category, but I'm going to show you what we own. I will also be collecting miscellaneous electronic items and cords and remotes, and then I'm going to be stopping at that point and working through all of that before I move forward with the other two, which was pet supplies and coins. So I've talked long enough. Let me go ahead, get myself a big jug of water, light my candle, change my clothes, and get my mind really ready for this category. Oh, I told you guys I was going to share my thoughts with you. This is a really long intro, and I do apologize for that. It's probably going to be a long video. Thoughts and feelings moving into this category. I have been mentally dreading this category. I think the reason that I'm dreading it is because I have a feeling when it comes to the miscellaneous electronic items, I'm gonna have a lot that I just don't know what to do with. And that gives me a rather uneasy feeling. I don't like things to be unanswered. I don't like when I have questions about things. Give me 1 second. Okay guys, sorry about that. Like I said, I have 4 children and a husband who will need me during this day, and so that's just the way that it is. So anyway, let me conclude with kind of my thoughts on this before I get started. With every category within this process, I have felt a bit of anxiety moving in to the actual work, but usually find that it feels good to get it just done and checked off the list. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's not work, but I generally set myself up for this feeling like it's going to be a lot of work, and then it's not quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I definitely have had some anxiety over this category moving into it. However, I guarantee you it is a category that once it is finished, I am going to be so glad, because The miscellaneous electronic things that we have in our home tend to give me a lot of anxiety because when I see them, they're just visual clutter and they don't make me feel happy. They don't spark any joy for me whatsoever. And so while I have not necessarily been looking forward to this category, I am looking forward to it being completed. So as with every other category, I'm a little bit anxious about it, but I'm just going to work through it. I'm going to work at a steady pace. I'm just going to do what needs to be done, and we're going to come out on the other side and, you know, move forward. There are other categories that I am looking forward to doing. The biggest one that I know is up ahead is bathroom. My bathroom is so desperately in need of this process, the decluttering and everything, but I know that's going to be a major task. I'm looking forward to it being done. Again, not necessarily looking forward to having to pull everything out, but I am ready to move on, and I'm ready to get there because I'm tired of the stress that it brings me. So before I can do any of that, I need to focus on what we have going on presently, and I need to get this category done. So I've talked way too long. Hopefully that was in some way helpful to you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling stuff out, and we're gonna move on with this process. All right guys, so what I have done is pulled out all of my movies and CDs from their different locations within the house. This is not going to be changing a lot. I'm probably going to flip through it quickly, but this is where we keep the majority of our family movies or kids movies. It is very full. My kids have a lot of movies. And in the very back we have some games, some video games. So I will flip through here and see if there's anything that we are ready to pass on. But I don't think that there's going to be a lot coming out of there. This basket has been in my bedroom. It's extremely dusty. These are the movies, or as you can see, the workout DVDs that belong to myself and my husband. So I will be going through these and probably getting rid of several of them. This is a stack of CDs that were in my car. I'm going to have to go through them and just see what I want to keep. I typically do not keep the CD cases, or as you can see, the movie cases. I just think they're really bulky and hard to store. So I'm going to go through all of this. This is full of CDs as well. I'm going to go through, but here's the deal. I am notorious for burning a CD and not labeling it. So probably the most time-consuming part of this step for me is going to be just pulling all of these out, the ones that are not labeled, putting them in my computer and seeing what's on them and then labeling them. So I have this one that came out of my car, as well as all of those CDs. This came out of my car, and this came out of my car. Here is just a random CD that I may or may not keep. I'm not sure. But, you know, I'm going to make some decisions. So this is step one. This is my CDs and DVDs. And I will go through here and show you what I end up discarding. Alright guys, I wanted to go ahead and give you an update on the progress that I have made so far. I have my old laptop over here checking checking CDs to make sure that I have them all burned and in my iTunes library, so that's gonna take a little bit longer. This is the movies that I showed you from my kids and, you know, family, and I did not end up pulling any of these out. I'm gonna let them keep all of those. These are the DVDs that I'm going to be keeping. I'm unsure about the Beachbody programs. I'm just not 100% sure about those yet. I don't want to get rid of them until I'm completely comfortable with doing that, so I'm gonna look into that a little bit more. I know that they're available online. That's why I'm not sure if I want to keep the actual discs themselves. This is my husband's all-time favorite movie, so I am going to keep that for him. But here shortly I will be getting a digital copy and getting rid of this copy. Same for this. I'm just going to go ahead and get a digital copy. Same. And this is a brand new one that I just recently got. I haven't even had a chance to watch it yet. I went to a conference called Dare to Be with Natalie Grant and Charlotte Gamble. And so I want to watch this, and then we'll go from there. I actually got 2 copies of it unintentionally. I purchased one, and then one was given to me for free. So this copy I'm actually going to give to my church and see if they would like to add it to the church library. So I need to take that to the church, but these I'm going to be keeping. These I'm going to be passing on. This actually needs to just be added to that. What else do we have going on here? So that covers, I think, the movies. This is full of CDs that I am going to put back in my car. I did separate these so that I have my Christian music in this one and my non-Christian. I have country in here. I also have, you know, Maroon 5 and just some of my favorites. So I put those back in my car. These are CDs that I have already burned and I'm going to be getting rid of. This one actually belongs to my children. Need to take that to them. Those are actually homeschool related, so I need to put them with our homeschool stuff. And then I'm working on getting this one also. Actually, I think I already have this one in my iTunes, so I am going to be selling this one. So yeah, that's what we have going on there. All of these are empty cases that I'm going to be recycling. So those are just waiting to be recycled. This is a cardboard box, so not keeping that. I found this in the closet, and since I think that this would be applicable to this category, I'm also going to be handling this. I am going to most likely try to get these, or at least the ones that I want to keep. Like this one, I know I can go ahead and just completely get rid of. Anyway, these, I'm going to work on getting those moved over to DVDs. So, because, I mean, we don't even have a VCR anymore, so there's no point in having these. They're pretty pointless if you don't have a way to actually watch them. So, the majority of these are tapes from when I was in college and I was on a dance team. Or they are sonogram videos from when I was pregnant with my kids. So I'm going to be working on that this week. There's a place local to me that will do that for a good price, and so I'll be working on that. This is a preview of the craziness that is to come, because that is miscellaneous electrical type stuff. And I do have a silhouette that I'm going to be selling. And these will go with that. So I need to just set them aside. And I actually need to go ahead and list that and see if I can find a good home for it. So that kind of is an update. Oh, this is an old laptop. An even older laptop than the one that I showed you guys previously. So that is my status update. I'm going to go ahead and move all of this stuff out and start moving on to the next category, or the next subcategory, which is going to be miscellaneous electronic things. All right, friends, and this is the mess that I have going on right now. I don't even know what all of this is. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to start going through it a little bit at a time. I do know that this is a bunch of Infinity. Disney Infinity characters that my kids have, because we do have the Disney Infinity console. So I will be going through all of that. This is a movie I need to put with the movies. Some random equipment here that I'll be going through. Extension cords, PlayStation equipment, and more randomness. My flip camera that I do not use anymore. Oh goodness, yeah, an iPod case. I think this is actually bowling equipment for my husband. I don't even know what all this is, you guys. This is my laminator. I'm planning on keeping that. I need to open up that computer. More video game stuff. Still need to take those with the homeschool stuff. And still these random cords. Now, I will be honest with you and tell you that it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought I had a lot more, but still have my work cut out for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and check back with you guys in just a minute. All right, friends, so I decided to go ahead and film an update for you. I'm going to show you what I've got going on. I am pleased with how far I've come so far. So over here we have our Wii controllers, just kind of miscellaneous things. These are all Wii controllers or parts that go with the Wii game. Back here I have a wireless router, and this is an extender, I believe, neither of which we are using, and so I will be getting rid of both of those. Even if you go into this with the mindset of, well, what if we need it down the road? That's not the mindset you want to have. We do not need it right now. It is just taking up space, and to be honest with you, we've not used either of those things in probably at least 2 years. So I'm getting rid of them. I'm tired of looking at it. It just stresses me out. I have a couple of extension cords here. What I like to do is take old toilet paper rolls and just use it to kind of corral the miscellaneous cords. I'm not sure what actually this cord goes to, but I'm going to hold on to it. You know what? I'm not going to hold on to it because it has been in this container for easily 2 or 3 years and we have not needed it. So I don't know what it goes to. It is leaving. So I was going to need to get another one of these to wrap this extension cord in, but I'll just use this one. So I will be taking care of that. Like I said, I am going to keep my laminator. I'll just keep that with my office supplies. My husband's old PlayStation we will be getting rid of, along with a lot of games. I will try to sell this. If it doesn't sell, then I guess we will just give it to someone. I'm not really sure. It's kind of an expensive thing just to give away, but we don't use it, and so I'm sure someone else would love to be blessed with it. I'm still going to go through that computer, but that's going to have to wait for another day. These controllers I am going to be passing along. That is a piece of junk, and I will be returning it to the store. A couple of DS games that we're going to be getting rid of. I have not a clue what this is. I know it goes with the Wii, but I have no idea what it's for, and so I'm probably going to be throwing that away. I do know what this is, though. We have a Wii U, and this actually holds the Wii U, so I'm going to take that to the living room where it belongs. This cord will end up in this box, because this box is full of cords that I have no idea what they're for. We do not need them. And so they will be leaving my house. And that alone is going to save me so much of a headache. Yeah. Those cords are leaving my house. This I'm going to donate. It will just go to Goodwill, as well as my flip camera. Once I make sure that there's nothing on it, that will go to Goodwill. This basket is some cords that I will be keeping. This one is actually to a camera, although I need to figure out which camera it goes to, because I may not even have that camera anymore. Some headphones, a little adapter. This is the power cord to my son's VTech, and so I will be keeping that one. I need to label it, or I need to get it looking a little nicer. And then this is just an extra charger for our phones. I do have a Wii Fit Plus that I'm going to sell, and these are just some things that go with it, so that is all sitting right there. This cord, I think, actually goes to my computer, but I'm not sure. I need to, if you guys know what this cord is for, let me know, because I want to say that it came with my MacBook, but I'm not 100% sure. And that's it. Yeah, so, oh, and all of our little characters. Clearly, we are a family that really likes Marvel characters. So I will be putting these away in the living room, and that is the progress so far, you guys. Alright, friends, so I am on one of the final steps of this category, and that is our pet supplies. So this is basically where we keep just a whole random assortment of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and go through this. I purchased this from Walmart. It was just about $10, and I'm going to try to organize all of our pet supplies if I end up needing this. I'm going to go through here and see if we will be keeping everything. I think that we'll be keeping most of it. So this is really just going to be more about purging what we don't need and organizing what we're going to keep, and I will show you guys the after here in just a second. Alright guys, so that is finished, and it really only took a couple of minutes. Somehow randomly we had some miscellaneous things in there, but that doesn't really surprise me. This is all trash. These are a couple of brushes that we just don't need because we have an abundance of them. And so I'm going to clean them up and take them to our local animal shelter because I feel like they could probably use them. Some mouse traps. Again, I do not know how those were in there, but I will move them to a better location. This is some dog food. I will probably also take these to the animal shelter because we don't give these to our dogs. I do like to have a couple of these on hand, so I guess I'll keep just these two, assuming that they don't expire. They do expire, and they are not expired. They don't expire until 2018, so I'll hold on to these two. But this is basically what we are keeping. Starting from the top, we have anything that is medicine related. So we have some of our Advantage. We have just some what is this? I don't even remember what this is. These are all just medicines for our dogs. Some pill pockets, just medicine. That's pretty much all that's in there. The next drawer down, we have our tools. So we have just random things that we use. I need to clean this one, obviously. And then some tags that I don't want to keep in here just kind of loose, but for now that's where they're sitting. And then the last box, or the last drawer down here, is shampoo. So we just have a couple of different shampoos and then some miscellaneous dog collars. So that is everything that will be in here. I will label these just so that there's no confusion. Not so much about where to find things, but more where to put them back, because I find that that's where my family tends to struggle. So that is pretty much everything for the pet supplies category. Let me go ahead and talk to you guys about coins. Alright guys, so the final category, or the final subcategory in this category was going to be coins. And as I mentioned previously, my husband had a lot of coins. His mom had a lot, and she passed away probably 10 years ago at this point. And he has just been holding on to them. He's not someone who tends to get rid of things. He holds on. He is a holder on to of things. So we had a lot of coins in our house. I wasn't really sure how much I thought that it would be. I knew it was going to be a little bit, but I took all of our coins to a Coinstar machine. If you are unfamiliar what that is, I will insert a picture here for you guys so you can see. Basically, it's a large coin counting machine. We have one at our Walmart, and I know that they have them in lots of different locations. And you just put your money in and it counts it for you, and you have a couple of different options. You can either get the money on a gift card, in which case there is no fee for them to do that for you. If you want cash, which is what we opted to do, there is a fee, and it is roughly 11 cents per dollar. So it's a little bit, but if you have as much as we did, it would have taken me so much time to count all of that money myself. It was just worth it to take it to a Coinstar. And then the third option is that you can donate to charity. I don't really know for sure how many people use that option, but like I said, we opted to go ahead and turn all of our coins into cash. And I will have to let you guys know the exact dollar amount. I'll leave a note here for you. I still have a little bit more that I need to turn in, but I am estimating that we are going to have just under $600 in coins. I have already turned in 2 different batches of coins, and there was about $520 there, and then I have a little bit left that I need to turn in. So that is a lot of money in coins. I was kind of shocked, but kind of not shocked. I knew it was going to be a lot. So what we have done is we've put that money aside, and we are not going to spend it on anything that we have in mind at this point, but at least it's no longer sitting around in coins. We will probably stick it in savings and in our savings account and just let it accrue some interest. So that covers all of the categories. Let me go ahead and show you guys really quickly what I ended up doing with the cords and whatnot that I decided to keep. I have all of them right here by my desk, and I will show you really quickly. This is just the bottom drawer. I have this little stand that sits right by my desk, and this is just the bottom drawer. So this is pretty much everything I kept. I have some tripods here that I occasionally use, some cords. With all of my cords, I did go ahead and label each and every one of them with some washi tape, and so I know what all of them are. I have an extra camera over here that I don't tend to use very often. It was one of my very first vlogging cameras, but there is that, and that's everything. That is everything I decided to keep, minus, sorry guys, minus a few chargers. I do have some chargers here, and then these are the cords that I keep in my desk drawer because I use them most frequently. So for the most part, I got rid of just about everything that I pulled out. There was almost nothing in the electronics category that I ended up keeping because honestly, it was just a bunch of cords that I didn't know what they went to, and we haven't needed them up to this point, so apparently we don't need them. So I am very pleased that that category is finished, and I'm ready to move on to the next one. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that it has been helpful to you in some way, motivational, encouraging, informational, whatever the case may be. Make sure that you stay tuned for future videos. If you missed my most recent video, you can check that out. I believe that there will be a link that will pop up right over here. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, but you would like to be, make sure that you check out this right here and you can subscribe before you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I hope that you are all very well and that you're very blessed. Bye guys.